What's up, everybody? And I know the picture looks weird. How you doing? How you mama and them? Happy Friday, everybody. Munchkin is trying to make her way on. We'll see if she makes it or not. She is sitting there fussing at her computer right now. What's up, Bill? Jazzy, Frankenmizer, Scorp, Timekeeper, Dire Thing. Did I say Oz already? Tony, I saw. Cloud Chucker. How y'all doing? Chopkey. I think I said Chopkey. I don't know. But so yeah, it is definitely time to start flying. I mean, it is warmed up, but for some reason, it's been really windy and stormy, and I think that's what we're gonna get all next week also. I did some testing with the camera, and I checked it with the V2 smoke headset and the V3. And honestly, the V3 on the newer camera sounds better than it did on the GoPro, but it kind of it makes my voice almost where you can't hear it if I'm at full throttle. Now, I don't know who's going to be, well, if I change it now and then she shows up, I mean, I'll try. Let me see if I can get, really? That didn't do much, did it? Whoa. Hey, Linda, how's it going? So at least I'm kind of full frame now. Yeah, that sums it up right there. All the flowers and the pollen that we got going on. I'm sure everybody else has got pollen everywhere also. It's just covering all the cars, and everything you touch now is yellow. It's Cloud Chucker's birthday? A happy birthday, Cloud Chucker. I thought that already or that's already passed, right? I'm pretty sure we told Cloud Chucker happy birthday like last week or something. I don't even know. Hey, Breeze. I can't keep up. You know, I'm old. Y'all gotta give me a little bit of credit. I'm probably gonna have to rebuild this tonight, just because I've been letting it sit for too long and didn't vape it enough, and now it kind of tastes stale, I would say. I mean, it still vapes, but wow, really? It's invisible. I got an invisible mod. Oh, we're vintage. There you go, Jazzy. We're vintage, man. We are collector's items. So, what do I think about the 206? Wow, could you be any darker in there? There we go.
Wow, could you be any louder in there?
I'm trying to be loud, you know.
Get helps. Off me.
It helps
We're
with the
not
aesthetics.
starting that shit immediately.
That's weird because the cat's been up my rear end lately, so.
Yeah, well, I made the mistake of sitting down in here, so now she's going to try to be up my ass.
So,
best Christian events of 2025. No? What the fuck?
And as far as the 206 goes, Tony, I like it. It's, to me, it hasn't proven itself. You know, I don't like jumping on a product. I mean, well, obviously, I'm not going to be buying like, oh, let me just go out and buy a brand new paramotor. No, but I wouldn't want to jump on a new product until it has a good track record of not, I don't know, putting a hole in the piston, etc. Did they say the price? They did not, that I know of. The weight that he showed on the video said 14 kilograms, and I was like, what? Kilograms? So I converted that, which was like 30-something pounds, which means there's no way that's the motor plus the frame is 30-something pounds, because if that's the case, everybody would buy one. I think that's just the motor with no frame attached. Once you add the frame, the harness, the gas tank, that weight builds up really fast. So it's only 6 horsepower less than the Cosmo. I know, right? You know, the Cosmo is a big son of a gun, but they're very powerful. So 206 The thrust power is what it said. They had 80 something thrust. Now I'm pretty sure the factory R has 92 to 94 pounds of thrust. I would literally have to take my motor and put it on one of those thrust testers to check it. Hey, Stina. So I don't know. Even if the factory R has more thrust, if the 206 does better on gas, then it's still worth it, in my opinion, to go that route. The same way that those 4-cycle motors are way better on gas, way better on gas. And the weight difference is minimal on those. But once again, track record, man. I've seen a couple of them that didn't go so well, and then I've seen other ones that last for a while. So I want to see a lot of good track record from something to be able to be like, oh yeah, that's a good motor. $170. Daggum. That's a lot of money, Jazzy. Well, why can't I hear Munchkin yet?
Because you haven't stopped fucking talking since I joined. So what? How would
you
you
go ahead
hear
and
me
talk
say
then.
anything? No, I'm good.
Really?
I'm still trying to get myself situated.
Yeah, Munchkin just got back. I'm sure she'll explain what happened. She literally just walked in the door before the show started, so we were like, boom, 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 let's go. Well, you know, that whole thing, I thought they meant if you ordered something, you would get it the next day. And then when they did the show, he said if you ordered something, they would ship it by the next day. There's a big difference between you'll get your parts overnight to we'll ship it the next day. That's fine, but still, I think they need to get a track record behind them, and I hope that Ready to Paramotor does good. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got mods for your birthday, Cloud Chucker. What else could you do? That's awesome. What's up, Harry? So, those patio heaters. Matter of fact, I need to share this link with y'all just in case, because Harry might want it. Harry likes a lot of things that I get for some reason, so I'm going to share this if it's still on sale. If it's not, I will just bypass it. It is still on sale. Okay. So, if you have a patio or if you like entertaining, y'all ever seen those patio heaters that look like, why can't I paste? Paste. Let me try it again. Stupid thing. Copy. Okay, now it says it's copied. And paste. There we go. That kind of patio heater. That's the cheapest I've ever seen one of those things. They have two colors. One's like a bronze color, which is what I got, and then they have a slate color. The only reason I really got the bronze is because it said it'd deliver next day, even though it still took 2 days to get it. But yeah, 46,000 BTUs, runs off propane, and it is not small. I mean, 91.3 inches tall. It's pretty tall.
Oh, and you took it outside. Awesome.
Yeah, that's without fuel. Yeah, the patio heater. So I got one of those, and then I got I also got this. I have to show y'all just because, if you're gonna get it, get the whole package. Let me get the link to this because this is pretty cheap. It's $19. I think I paid cheaper for this, but this is the cover for it if you want to be able to cover it up. So there you go. And it fits because I got the cover on it right now. I do recommend that you put sand in the base so it can't blow over because the thing is huge. It's very tall. And I did turn it on to see how much heat it puts out. It puts out. I'll say that. It works pretty good. So.
Thank you, Breeze. I had to blur my background, which makes me look very dark because my light is flickering and I don't want to give anybody a seizure. On that note, you just keep talking. I need to go make myself an adult beverage. Since
what about our strobe light show?
I'm trying not to put anybody into a seizure, so no.
Man, I need to fix that light bulb. It's so weird. You can unscrew the light bulb, screw it back in. It'll work fine for like an hour, then it'll start flashing again like that. And I think it's because it's a LED light bulb. So it's like, yeah, I'm just going to work when I want to. So there we go. We got flashing light show on Munchkin's cam. So there you know, what do you do?
I found my key. Thank you for looking for that for me like I asked you to.
Well, I mean, it was no point until you got here, so I know it was the right key.
Uh-huh. That's literally the only one up there, and I told you what keychain it was on, but
You just said it was on a small keychain.
I said it was on the Queen Bitch keychain.
Oh, I did not hear that part of the conversation. So, how about replace it? Replace what? What are y'all talking about? I use
The bulb.
tabletop. Oh, the bulb. Yeah, I mean, obviously, new bulb. I don't even know if I have any spare bulbs right now. Those LED ones I got are not cheap because they're Wi-Fi enabled, and it's a pain in the butt. These
That
above
one's
me
not
are the same
Wi-Fi
way.
enabled.
Yeah, it is. I think well, maybe not that one. I don't know. I had a 4-pack of the Wi-Fi ones, which I don't know why I got those because I'm not going to control it with Wi-Fi. Another weird thing that I got. So here it is. So Insta360, you know, they're the ones that make. I'm not doing it now. It'd be just blurred on our camera anyway, even if I did. The Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is the action camera I got. And then if you want to do
all right.
on the way to cookout, of course you are, Will. You got to get the good groceries, man. Got to get the good groceries. So Insta360 makes a GPS preview remote, and then they have the GPS action remote. Because unlike GoPros, except for the 12, the GoPro 12 does not have GPS. All the other ones do, but it's a pain in the butt to put overlays over them. You have to go through hell in a handbasket to try and get the overlays. Well, Insta360 will let you do that, but you have to get the GPS data into the video. So you can do that multiple ways. One of those ways is if you have an Apple Watch, it'll take that data and put it on the video for you, which I do have an Apple Watch, but I wanted a remote so that I could do this very easy while flying, which this is the remote, which I know is not, looks like this. So it just has that big red button. It's got a couple buttons on the side, but it tells you that it's recording. The light flashes red, shows what mode it's in. Big old record button, so you just click that and it starts recording, but it also transmits the GPS data into the video so that you can add speed, your height, your slope, all kinds of stuff. It's got a bunch of different overlays you can put on there and different versions of them, I should say. So it's pretty cool because it automatically, when you hit record, automatically sends that data over. You just have to make sure you got a GPS signal before you do it. Otherwise, it won't work. So as long as that, and this will wake the camera up. So I don't even literally have to touch the camera, which that's a lot of times, especially on GoPro, that's where your problem lies. You go up to touch the GoPro and you're like, did I just start it or stop it? Is it on or is it off? Because it's on your helmet, so you can't tell, right? So this way I will know. It'll tell me the camera's on. It'll say what mode it's in, if it's recording, how much time I have left on the memory card. So that helps out a lot with that. I mean, so if y'all want to see what it looks like, let me see. There we go. You're probably not going to be able to see a darn thing. Let me see if the buildy cam will show.
Hey, John.
I didn't turn on the buildy cam. Well, that doesn't help. No, I just clicked on. All right, screw it. I'm not doing that. Anyways, it's on and it says GPS and all that good stuff. But let me turn it back off. I think I turned.
Maybe that's what I want it to mean, Tony.
I may have just turned the camera on too by accident.
Yes, apparently that's a youngster thing. They think us old folks doing the thumbs up is like basically saying,
John
yeah,
Wayne,
whatever.
how you doing? I'm sorry. Let me go back to the main screen so y'all can see us. Yeah. really looking forward to getting back up in the air. If if the weather stays the way it's going to be for the next week or so, it's not going to happen. We're going to Nashville next week. So I already told John Wayne where we're going. Now during the day, most of the day, we're probably going to be at seminars and stuff. But I think the first day we're there, which is Tuesday, we don't have to go to any seminars. So on this Tuesday coming up, we'll be free all day. And then maybe the weekend after
all
that.
day. We're not getting there till 1:30. We can't check in till 4.
Oh,
that's not free all day.
well, that's true. That is not free all day. So y'all pray for our plane ride that it goes safe.
I mean, unless it wants to flip over on the tarmac and they give us 30 grand a piece, that would be kind of cool.
Oh, I did start a series, but I'm going to go back and watch the first one so Munchkin can see it, because I've been wanting to watch this for a while, and I actually think she'll like it. I watched the first one to make sure that she would like it.
Now, if I wanted to start that and watch it, you wouldn't. But now you want to watch it. There are other series on Prime that I have not finished that I still want to watch.
Yeah, we'll get to those. We don't have to do there's 3 seasons of Reacher, which is the show I'm talking about. And I've watched a lot of videos of him just being a badass. And I watched literally just the first episode and now want to see more. So,
I also want to watch that show Ghosts. That looks funny.
Oh yeah, there you go. That one will be good too, I think. I did not realize that if you want no commercials on Amazon Prime, you have to pay more money. So, I mean, the commercials are actually not that bad. They're stupid ads. The ads are hilarious because they'll show something and be like, if you want to buy this, click the button and you can add it to your cart while you're watching the damn show. No, I'm good. But so I'm like, you know what? The little commercials they do in there don't last that long. It's perfect for a bathroom break or to get up, refill your drink. So there you go.
Get off me.
Yeah, Reacher seemed really good, King Cobra. I mean, I only saw the very first one, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody else, but I saw the very first episode of season 1. That's it. Now, I have watched lots of videos on YouTube of him in various fights, which I thought was cool, which made me want to watch the series. So that's where I'm at. But I've only watched the first one, and it was pretty good.
Well, you don't take no for an answer, do you?
Oh, the cat? No, she is. I think Smokey is in heat again. So she mainly bothers me, but now that Munchkin's home, I guess it's hang all over Munchkin now. Is it still up and running?
The other side, no, yep. They are no longer a thing.
The cat, yeah. Now I did get to go check something else out, courtesy of Angela. Thank you, Angela and Tony.
What are you doing?
I have not looked around
bird.
it enough yet to see what I want to watch, but first things first, Reacher first, then we'll go on to the other stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. The headset. Here's my issues, and maybe somebody with a bigger brain than mine can figure this out. All right, the camera will connect via Bluetooth to a headset or a microphone, like one of those DJI mics or whatever. Or you can use a cord with a regular, headphone jack type cord to plug in with the adapter that I got that came with it. Or you can hook it up via USB-C, which I have an adapter that went with the GoPro, but I'm sure it'll work with it too, because it has USB-C on one side and microphone plug on the other side. So that would work. Or I could just plug that directly in. USB-C to USB-C might work. I haven't tried that one yet. But here's my problem. Gaggle also connects your phone to your headset so you can hear gaggle, right? So that's one Bluetooth connection. The headset will only, or the camera, one of the two, will only let you do one connection at a time. Now, what I found out on the V3 headset, if you hold the power button for like 1 second, it'll say waiting to connect an additional device. It will let you do 2 Bluetooth devices. The problem with it is it says it connects to my phone and and the camera to the headset, but I can't hear any sound from my phone. So I don't think that works very good. The Bluetooth and the headset works really good on that without a cord, but then I wouldn't be able to hear a gaggle, and I kind of want that to be able to hear for other planes and, you know, which way my landing is. I could look at the screen, I guess, but I don't know how well it shows other aircraft in the area.
Yeah, spooky is the vibe I'm going for, considering. Will you get the hell off me?
You are spooky.
I thought all I can hear over your loud ass.
I'm not loud.
You are very loud.
My mother had me tested.
You still have the TV going on in there. I thought the sound of that motor was my fucking computer going haywire.
It's probably on some paramotor video.
I might curse somebody, Tony. You never know.
So how did your visit go to the food place?
It was good. I'm not a fan of Old Bay, so I had to tell them, can you not put any of that nasty shit on the rest of these? It is pointless to put Old Bay on crab legs. I'm not licking the fucking shell, okay? The seasoning does not soak in through the shell into the meat. All you're doing is getting Old Bay all over my hands and my cup and my fork. It's pointless, and I can't stand it. I don't like the way it smells. Get off of me!
So now, it's all you can eat crab legs if you can get past the Old Bay.
I've had better crab legs. These were Chinese restaurant quality crab legs. They were very small. No, get down. Stop jumping up here. Go bug him.
Well, that's the reason they're unlimited, because they're small, crappy ones. If they were bigger, it'd cost them too much money, I'm sure.
Well, and Sabrina wouldn't let me pay. She paid, and I was like, God damn it. So, yeah.
Oh.
I did get one of the strongest Long Island iced teas I've ever had.
Oh, you got started early.
And I ordered a Diet Dr. Pepper first while I was waiting for her, and then they brought me the Long Island. But
you know, I've been carrying that Pure Max around with me every day, and I cannot. Maybe it's beside the bed because I can't find it now.
No, it's probably shoved in the corner of the couch with everything else.
Well, I did do some searching for that little coil thing so I could make wire. I still have yet to find it. I looked all over my desk, which I thought that's where it would be, unless it went behind my desk, which if it did that, then that little robot's a genius, because I don't know how it got it from way over here to way back there.
Yeah, I figured as much, dire thing. I mean, it is what it is. I think I ate $56 worth of crab legs. The fries that they gave a basket of fries with it, those were pretty good too.
Yeah, that lady coming by the office today was not fun. Twice. You know, I thought I calmed her down enough when she left that I wouldn't have to see her again. And wasn't even 10 minutes. Boom. Here comes our boss. And then, boom, there she came right after him. And I'm like, wow, okay. But now she should be done in this state. She can go on to bigger, better things. Because I've seen her enough. And she always comes in there with that little attitude like, I didn't get what I wanted done.
at this point in time, I'm over people. So the lady that was supposed to be signing today is the ex-wife of the person that I went and met in Williamsburg, right? So she didn't answer me all day because I'm like, when are you scheduled to sign? Because she's signing with the online notary, right? So she finally answers me at 4:45. I'm set to sign at 5, right? So then I see an email right as we're sitting down to eat. And she's like, my wiring instructions aren't on here. Bitch, do you think I'm fucking psychic? How would I have your wiring instructions pre-printed on the documents you're going to sign? How would you think I would have obtained your banking information? So I emailed her and said, you have to provide that. You write it on the documents. You have to fill that out. And then she's like, this amount is wrong where it says gross proceeds. It doesn't show the amount I'm getting. Yeah, that's because that's your net proceeds, stupid. Gross is your sales price. Again, gross proceeds, sales price, less any deductions or any splits. It's not going to show anything but the full sales price. It is correct. Well, I didn't have my wiring instructions with me. Aren't you at home? Do you not have access to your banking info? I mean, what? Can I sign tomorrow? Yeah, yes, I don't care. Just fucking sign. I can't. I
Now,
tried to call you. Yes, and what makes you think I'm going to answer the phone at 6:30 on a Friday? What do you think I live at work? I'm just curled up under my desk waiting for the phone to ring. I'm not fucking Santa's elves of real estate. God damn. I hate people. I hate them. They're
okay.
stupid.
So yeah, my original Pure Max, I had it. Well, it got washed. No, it didn't get washed. It got left out in the rain by accident. I was able to make it start working again, but barely. The new one has not gotten left out in the rain, and I have had zero leaking, zero problems whatsoever out of the Pure Max V2. That thing has been rock solid. Yeah, Tommy. So,
Well, he didn't do anything to me.
yeah. I saw that they have a new Dead Rabbit V3 coming out now. It's like, man, there's so much stuff that keeps coming out, and I haven't bought any new vape gear since that Hammer of God.
It's
But
because you keep buying shit for the paramotor and cameras and
just
microphones and more cameras and more cords for your cameras.
no,
Yeah.
she does, Tony.
No,
She does.
I don't like that shit. It gives me anxiety and makes my heart race.
It looks like I have sunburn. I look really red. I don't know what the deal is with that. Well, it depends on how I'm looking at that light is what's doing it. Watch them turn the light off. Maybe I'm not so
No.
red now.
What I need is for people to take a breath and I need them to think about the dumb shit that comes out of their mouth before they fucking say it. Is what I need them to do. When I email somebody and ask them for a copy, when I say, did you receive XYZ? Can you send it to me? I expect them to reply with, yes, here it is. Not, yep, got it and sent it to the buyer side. Great. Can you send me a copy? How the fuck do you think I am supposed to verify all of the figures if you don't give me the stuff that's got the figures on it? Again, am I supposed to just absorb the information through osmosis?
Something like that.
I've had people get mad at me because I didn't have their loan number and social security number to get their payoff. I actually had one guy say, isn't that what I'm paying you for? To be psychic, sir? No, the fuck you're not. That would cost you considerably more than $650.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So today was
That's not a
strange
good idea,
because
Tony.
take our blood pressure right now.
Good night, John. Drive
All
carefully.
right, John. See you in Huntsville. No, we won't see you in Huntsville, but we'll be in Nashville. If you come around, let us know. I What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Oh, it was kind of strange today because I got left all alone at work.
What time she leave?
3:45.
She didn't even make it. What did she wait until I left and then she left?
No. Christine left because she said at 3:45 she would have her 40 hours in. So she left. Which I talked to Rachel and I was like, how is it possible that she has 40 hours if our work weeks are based between the 1st and the 15th and the 16th and the 31st, when the 31st was the previous pay period. So the first day of the new pay period was on the Tuesday or something. So yeah, because Monday didn't count. So I'm there longer than she has, and I was only at 32 hours. So unless she worked on Saturday, it's impossible for her to have 40 hours. Just saying. Well, damn, Tony. Fine.
Hi,
See,
Tony.
everybody. Well, I was alone at work. I guess I'll just be alone on the stream too.
I don't know. Unless she's talking about the 40 hours worked to earn her full vacation pay.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Because we're on that accrual basis, so.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Well, she's gone now. Anyways. So then we had a new person show up for an interview at 5 o'clock exactly, which was weird because I was trying to get out the door because that
probably when
lady
Jeff scheduled it
just left. I mean, she literally just walked out the door, and I was like, "Yes, finally!" And then, ding dong, the doorbell rang.
Well, Rachel gave Jeff information for a temp agency to get paralegals in because we can basically
try before you buy there.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm sending bad vibes to Angela? It's not going to rub off. My bad mood is not contagious across the airwaves. Tony, what did you do? Did you do something that you think you're going to get in trouble for? And you don't want me encouraging her to beat you? Is that it?
You know Tony did something he wasn't supposed to do. It's just how long is it going to take Angela to find out? That's the problem.
Tony is not well behaved.
It's been 1 week since no.
That was just going through my head. I was trying not to say it. I'm just sitting here drinking. What the? Sure you were, Tony.
The wind here has been ridiculous lately. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you should kite. Kiting's great, and it's great exercise." I agree with that, but not when the wind is blowing as hard as it is here. It would literally pick me up off the ground and slam me back down into it, and then I would be in the hospital. So, no. Until things calm down around here, I'm not going to be doing no kiting. Oh, he ordered cologne.
What kind of cologne?
He wants to smell good for you there, Angela. Oh, wow. You had foam poles snapping off the 6 foot above the ground. That's crazy.
Okay, it's not quite that windy here.
Yeah, we don't got that much
I wouldn't
wind.
even describe it as windy, but I'm also not holding a 30-foot kite above my head. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you know what some people might consider not that windy, you get one of those wings up in the air and you'll find out what wind can do for you.
So I went to the eye doctor today and was told that I have operational eyesight. In other words, I don't have to wear my glasses all day, every day. I only need to wear them when I'm trying to read or driving or watching TV. So as long as I'm sitting still, staring out at nothing, I don't need to wear my glasses. She's like, I mean, you can see the function and stuff. You can like make dinner and you can see what you're doing. I was like, yeah, I only need them to read stuff. But my right eye is way worse than my left eye. So I said, it's about time the left hand side of my body is doing something because it's been pretty much useless for my entire life. So,
Yeah,
So I ordered new glasses.
The tornadoes have been deadly. It's crazy the weather this year. I don't know what's going on, but the weather has been something serious. I mean, earthquakes, tornadoes. It's not looking good. And
You couldn't pay me to live in Tornado Alley. Fuck that.
let's toast. All right. I'm
But
with
you
that,
know,
Angela.
the people, yeah, yeah, toast. Fuck everyone. There we go. Cheers. I still want the cup that's got the angry unicorn that says "Back off, sprinkled tits. Today's not the fucking day." I need that. The people in Tornado Alley are like, yeah, but you people on the East Coast have hurricanes, and you people on the West Coast have earthquakes, and the people on the West Coast are like, yeah, but y'all got tornadoes. And I would much rather face a hurricane because you can see them coming. They don't sneak up on you. They're not going to just appear and destroy your house in the middle of the night. I mean, I hope not, Tony, because I have a lot of smelly goods. I've got a lot of perfume. I've got a lot of body spray. I hope every time I ordered some, he didn't think I was trying to pick up dudes.
Well,
I got a lot.
King Cobra, that was funny. You know, I get compliments a lot of times on my cologne. The problem is our boss has a sensitivity to smells.
Oh Lord, he
does not like any kind of smells whatsoever. I think if he could live in a clean room, he would.
Your deodorant's too strong. It's giving me a headache.
Oh my God, what kind of deodorant? Oh man, flowers.
I'm exaggerating.
Anything like that, he cannot stand it. If you spray air freshener in a room, it'll about kill him. Power still out from tornado on a backup account. Wow.
Neil.
Well, Neil,
backup account called Tornado Almost Got Me. Well, I'm glad it almost got you.
That's a backup account.
Wait, that didn't sound right. I'm glad it's almost instead of Tornado Got Me. There, that sounds better.
Power still out from the tornado. Well, Neil, I hope everything is okay. That sucks, man. The tornadoes, and a lot of that stuff isn't far from where we're going. The flooding and stuff that's coming.
I mean, I don't think Nashville usually gets tornadoes, does it?
Nashville they got a tornado. I don't know if it was last year or the year before,
city,
but
though,
they did.
But it doesn't happen that often in the city.
Not that often, but it does happen.
See, I've bought expensive cologne like that or perfume, but I'm cheap, so I hunted around and I bought a tester of it. So the only difference was it didn't come with the lid, and instead of $190, it was.
Oh,
60.
y'all won!
Woo!
Darn!
I should have bet more money.
Right? If I knew y'all were gonna win, I would have bet.
Yeah, 97 or 98. That's not too bad. See,
that's
5
pretty
miles.
close.
We've
Neil,
only had
5 miles. That's close.
A couple tornadoes here. The last big one that we got, you could actually see he bought it from Temu for $3.
And she's like, he bought cologne. If he only paid $3, can you really be mad?
Angela, if he comes up to you and asks you, here, smell this piece of cloth, don't do it. It tore up some fences and stuff, but it didn't do anything. And then it skipped across the river. Well, no, that was a different one. So it basically targeted one neighborhood, but it didn't really, like, it didn't tear off anybody's roof or anything like that. And then we had another one that tore the roof off the flea market, and that was pretty much it.
Well, I know Linda.
So the ones we get here are not strong.
Linda did not get to do her show because she's not at home because her power was out, which is now back on, and I think she's back at home. But she did get some nice shout outs on the Ready to Paramotor broadcast.
She did.
So that was pretty cool of them to do. Now she's gonna have to do a really good show the next time she comes on because she's gonna have all those new people come in there. So
You're going home on Sunday.
now, as far as we are concerned, we're going to be in Nashville. So if we got good internet, because I plan on bringing the laptop with me, then we might be able to do a show Friday. Because it doesn't matter if I'm at home or not, I can still make a broadcast work one way or another. So I might do it. And it'll be from Nashville. We'll be out in the country, out in the sticks, but in a nice hotel. So
Yeah, we're staying at the Grand Hyatt in
the
downtown
Grand
Nashville.
Hyatt. We're gonna be all floozening. I hope that we don't
Jesus.
have those hotel
Screw
staff
that
that
noise.
want like $1 million tips and stuff, because I ain't prepared for none of that stuff.
I don't tip hotel staff.
You don't?
No. Never have.
Yes, it is downtown
I
Nashville.
used to
Oz.
be hotel staff. I'm no, I never expected a tip. I'm not tipping the maid.
The Grand Hyatt in Nashville, because that's where the big convention's going to be at, which I'm not kidding y'all when I say it is way too expensive to go to that thing. Luckily, our boss is paying for it, because I wouldn't pay that much to go to.
The registration alone was like $600 per person,
Yeah.
plus the plane tickets, plus the hotel room, because the registration did not cover the hotel room.
You would think the registration would cover the damn hotel room, but no.
No. You did get the discount on the hotel rooms was significant. It was like a $200 discount for getting the block of rooms that were part of the convention.
Harry said, "Damn that! I get it."
But they are on Wednesday night. They're having a party on the roof, and then on Thursday night they're having a shuttle bus that's going to take us all to some bar for beverages and food and stuff, and they're going to have the shuttle running back and forth from that bar until 11 o'clock on Thursday, which is about the time I turn into a pumpkin, so that sounds good to me.
From the bar? That's what I'm talking about.
And then I think Friday, the convention ends like half of the day on Friday.
I've probably only been in a taxi or / Uber maybe 3 times total in my life. One of those was when I was on a cruise, and that was probably the best ride. I mean, well, that was the most needed ride ever, because we went to
Senior Frogs.
Yeah, Senior Frogs in the Bahamas, where drinks were so cheap. I mean, you get one of those yard things for like $2 or $3, and they were strong. And I just kept on drinking and drinking until I was wasted. A cruise now, no. When I went, I mean, this was back in the 90s, so it was fine. Or maybe early 2000s, I don't remember. Hadley's Nashville hot chicken. I will see if I can find it.
Remember, we're not going to have a car.
Yeah, so it's got to be within walking distance. But yeah, I was so wasted that
if you're in international waters, yeah, Tony.
Luckily, the taxi took us right to the cruise bar. Right, literally, when I got out of the taxi, that was the plank to get back on the ship. And all you had to do was show them your badge, and I was wasted. I can't believe they let me on the ship. Well, they had to, but I got on there. I literally went right to bed and passed out because I was done. It was fun.
See, to me, going on a cruise, that's not what I want to do. I can get plastered anytime. I want to be sober enough to enjoy it.
Well, I mean, we did that during the day.
Well, like I'm watching Mikey and Melissa on Facebook, right? Because they're on a cruise right now.
Uh-huh.
And it's all, we had to get up at X time because we had to go get breakfast at this time, and then we scheduled this for this. There's too much scheduling involved. I don't want to have to be anywhere at a specific time. No, that does not sound like vacation. That sounds like a chore. I when I go on vacation, I don't want any time constraints. I don't want time limits. I don't want to have to put anything on my calendar. I don't want to have to set an alarm for shit. I don't want to do any of that. It does not sound fun
We're
to
going
me.
to have to set an alarm because we have to get up to go to them darn conventions. And if we
That's
want breakfast, we got
that
to have.
I'm not talking about Nashville. I'm talking
Oh,
about vacation.
oh, vacation. Okay, yeah, I got you there. What's a vacation, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like she said they had to get up in the morning and rush down to breakfast or they would miss it. And then, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, right, Oz, man. And I mean, and she still has not decided what she wants to do. Like when we
I
do
do
go
not
on,
want to go on a cruise.
right.
There are people there.
She
I,
wants like an all inclusive thing where we fly there, get out, and we just are taken care of. That's what she wants, I
yeah,
think.
drop my ass off on an island, put a drink in my hand, and then leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, I've
That's
been
what
to
I want.
Nashville. I used to live in Tennessee for about a year. My brother lived there. He finally moved. He moved down to Alabama, but yeah, he lived in Columbia, Tennessee, and Nashville wasn't that far, or Spring Hill, I should say, which is where the big Saturn plant was. And I've drove over to Nashville many a time, so I've been there. I've been there during the Christmas season too, where they put lights over the entire city. It's pretty freaking cool
See,
to see.
here's this difference between Scuba and I, right? He wants to go somewhere hot. And I wouldn't mind going to the beach, but what I want to do, right, is I want to get a cabin in the mountains with a hot tub. I want to sit in the hot tub and drink alcohol while it snows. I want
Mm.
to do fun stuff if I want to. If I want to go into the woods and do the zip line between the trees or
Oh,
ride four-wheelers through the
that's all
woods.
Gatlinburg.
What I actually want to do is I want to go to one of those places where they let you dig in the dirt and you get to keep the shiny rocks. I want to do that.
They
I
have
do
that in
not want to
Gatlinburg too.
go burst into flames in a hot ass
They
beach.
got like a million mining
Exactly, King
places.
Cobra.
You go and you pay, and then they take you mining. They give you all the
Yeah.
stuff, and you go
I
mine
want
your
to
rocks.
cosplay a miner.
Or you can just buy the shiny rocks if you want to buy
Nope,
shiny
nope.
rocks.
Want to dig for the shiny rocks.
Oh, you want to dig for them? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I've been to Gatlinburg countless times, and between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge are really, really close to each other. It's basically a straight road that leads over to Pigeon Forge. And on the way to Pigeon Forge is all kinds of those small amusement parks where you can ride go-karts and all that stuff. Some really nice go-karts were there, actually. So
I
that's
think
a
it'd
spot.
probably be better, John Q, if I just didn't get see, when we go out in the hot tub when it's cold, I put my hair up in a bun and I don't get it wet, and I'm usually fine. As long as I
Yeah.
don't get my hair wet, I don't get too cold.
So the next step for our backyard is probably going to be tearing up that so-called deck that's back there because it is
Well, the
rotting.
next step is draining the hot tub
Well, I got to
and
drain the hot
folding it
tub,
up and
yes.
put it in the basement.
Draining the hot tub because the water has been in there a year and a half now, I think. So it needs to be drained, refilled. But before we refill it, we're going to redo the entire back there with something. I don't know if we're putting
We have
pavers.
gone
What?
through the whole. So my original plan for the backyard, right,
Yeah.
was I wanted to put down pea gravel with pavers.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we were like, well, maybe we can do like he found the snap in tiles that snap together and you just set those down. And I found some wooden ones that were only $10 more per square, so when you order 100 of them, it's not that much, right? Um so but then I'm like, okay, well then you got to put something on it, so we got to get sand and all that shit. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do concrete. Until I looked up the concrete calculator, we'd have to use 99 bags of concrete just to do the deck. That doesn't even include the little sidewalk back to the basement door. 99 bags of concrete. And then he looked and of course, no, you have to have sand or the crush and run shit underneath the concrete. And he's like, we could just do pavers and fucking pea gravel instead. So we have circled all the way around back to my original plan.
Yeah,
at this point, yeah, I'm ready to just rip the whole thing out and let it be grass. I don't give a shit.
The whole petri dish thing. Well, I would agree with you, John Q. But for a long time, I was keeping the water levels all perfect. The pH, chlorine, all that was staying perfect. So the water stayed nice and clear. But I have neglected it this entire winter. So I tried to shock it, but it still looks kind of green. So it just needs to be dumped.
Howard, how you doing, bud? And you would think so, but have you priced AstroTurf? That shit ain't cheap. It is not cheap. I would just rather
Howard, I think I got shadow banned from Black Ops 6.
rip everything out and then put down some grass seed and then just put pavers under the part where the hot tub goes and call it a day.
On Black Ops 6, I was playing zombies and I just wanted to try that jet gun glitch.
I just tried it for 48 hours straight.
Well, what happened was I set up the jet gun glitch and basically had a rubber band on my controller and set it down, and I forgot about it. So the next day when I came home, I went to turn on the TV. I was like, oh crap, I left this running. And I went and checked and I was back at the main menu and I was like, how'd that happen? So now when I go to try to play a game of zombies, it'll do the whole map countdown, 7, 6, 5, 4, and then it'll do the loading screen, like whatever, the tomb, and then it'll just sit there for a long time, and then you start hearing your heartbeat, doop, 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 and it'll just say, connection lost to host, and it just bumps you out. And I'm like, it didn't say I'm banned, but I think that's what they call a shadow ban. So in most cases, that lasts 7 days. So I think Sunday night is when my ban would be up. And if it is, that's fine. I don't mind that they did it. But I don't do that type of stuff all the time. There's plenty of people that cheat every day on Call of Duty, and I'm like, daggone, man.
To him. He's lying.
So I can't even play the new map. It kind of sucks for me.
Lying through his teeth.
I don't glitch like that. Sometimes I do glitches, yes, but no.
Every time you're on there, you're trying something different. Every single time. Look, I ain't complaining because I'm tired of having zombies in my ear because the fucking surround sound speaker's right beside my head.
She don't see.
Well, goddamn, do legit. Something else with yourself.
I go and beat the Easter eggs completely legit, if I can get that word out.
Now, according to what I saw on Reddit, Howard, a lot of people were having that issue. And one of the people said that there's a Discord thread where those people swear they weren't doing the jet gun glitch. So the consensus is either they've banned us all or that broke the game somehow and they haven't figured out how to fix it. But that's weird that it wouldn't be broken for everybody.
Yeah, I can still load up Warzone and play if that means anything. If I was completely banned, I shouldn't be able to play Warzone. Munchkin messed it up. Yeah, there you go. No, it happened when nobody was at home. Because when I got home, like I said, it was back at the main menu. And I was like, how the heck did that happen? So, and it hasn't loaded since. We'll see.
They need to change the zombie noises. Because those zombies sound like fucking monkeys. They don't sound like zombies.
Yeah, she thinks the zombies sound like monkeys. So she does not like the zombies. But whatever. I get it. It's just there's not much to play anymore. It's like, I enjoy do I still paraglide? Yes, sir. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the show. I got a different camera with
In
a
the middle
action
of the show.
remote now, so I can hit record on my watch because I always forget to hit record or I don't know if it's recording that way. And the problem with the GoPros is the batteries die too quick. Everything I've read on the other camera says that they last at least 2 hours. I usually don't fly longer than 2 hours, so that was perfect for me.
Good
Plus,
night,
I got
Angela.
a spare battery.
Y'all have fun.
So. See ya, Angela. Y'all, yeah, go have fun. But yeah, my wings right there. It's been cold. It's warmed up the last few days. We've had 80-degree weather, like 86, 84 the last couple days, but it's been really windy and sometimes raining. So not good weather right now, but maybe next weekend it'll be nice. I don't know. We're going out of town, so I'm not worried about it. We got a flying coming up the beginning of May. So I'll definitely be getting to go then and get a lot of flights in then for sure. Yeah, 88. Yeah. See, it's hot, man. What happened to our little period of time where we had the 70s, you know?
What, you mean spring? We don't get that in Virginia.
Yeah, there's no spring.
It goes right from winter to summer. You get like a couple hours of spring, maybe 2 or 3 hours a week, but that's it.
Well, yeah.
Of course, we have all the pollen that
we'll
spring
get
brings,
like
but
one day where it's in the 70s, and then the very next day it would drop down in the 50s or 40s. It's like, what in the hell is going on? And then we went from that right up to 80 something degrees. I'm like, seriously? Now it's freaking hot, but I can deal with the heat. Especially if you're in the air because wind's blowing against you, so it's not that bad, honestly. It is going to be a hot summer. I think so, Howard. It's going to be one of those hot summers this year.
We're in Virginia. Every summer's a hot summer.
Yeah.
That's why it's summer. They suck. It's awful. It's horrible.
If I was foot launching, it would be worse because you got to put all that gear on. And I remember sweating to death trying to get to take off. But if I'm in that trike, I can literally strap in and be in the air in a minute or less. So it's not that bad. Plus, I don't have to carry that weight around because I don't want to sweat to death just to get in the air. So that'll be a good plus.
Yeah, right, John Q. I knew there was something I liked about you.
You're in Tennessee. I like that he calls you Pumpkin instead of Munchkin. But
well, there ain't nothing wrong with Pumpkin. That's what my dad used to call me.
So we're going to Tennessee next week, Howard. We're going to Nashville.
Here too, Scott. It sucks. I don't like it.
We'll be in Nashville all of next week, pretty much, except for Monday.
Degrees with 98% humidity. It's awful. And then you got those psychopaths that are like, it's gorgeous out here. Fuck you, you lizard. It is not gorgeous. It's horrible. It's awful. I hate it.
You lizard. Oh, I don't think Munchkin and I, either one, are ready for this trip by any means. We didn't prepare.
No, I got to wash all of our clothes this weekend.
Well, I know. I mean, we got a lot to do this weekend to try and get ready for it. I don't the humidity is. I don't like that either, Jazzy. The humidity, especially down here in the southeast, stays way up there, so it feels muggy.
And the people that say, "Oh, it's a dry heat," so is my fucking oven, and I don't want to climb into that. Hot is hot. I don't appreciate it in any form.
Hot is hot.
Unless we're talking about coffee or pizza or some type of edible product. Other than that, no good. Unless it's a shower. Then I like that. It's not a problem for me, Howard.
It's okay, Howard. I just
my
thought
dad
it was
used
funny.
to call me Pumpkin all the time, and he's not here anymore. So you are welcome to call me Pumpkin all you like. It's better than he used to also call me Runt. I don't necessarily miss that one.
You don't miss
Especially
Runt?
considering I was bigger than him. So why are you going to call me Runt? But you're the Runt.
Oh, the Nashville Comedy Festival? I wonder which comedians are going to be there. I mean, yes, we are going to Nashville, Will. We're gonna be in Nashville, Tennessee.
So I keep getting these orders from that company. I want to get my sunglasses out. They just sent me a coupon tonight, 50% off your entire order, zero restrictions. So hopefully,
Run it is. Wally's just, it's like, okay, run it is. Well, we're
thanks,
gonna be
Wally.
safe as we can, Linda. It all depends on the plane ride, you
Yeah,
know.
I'm not flying it, so there's only so much I can do.
You met
I'm a backseat driver, but I don't think I can be a backseat pilot. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about flying no planes.
I gotta admit, I don't like getting on planes. I'm not in control of the craft, which is different when you're flying a paramotor because you're in control of it. So usually if I know I'm gonna get on a plane, I will. That's why bars at airports make so much money, because I need a drink before I get on that plane. I need something to calm my nerves, because I don't want to freak out, especially if it's going to be turbulent. It literally feels like the plane's dropping out of the sky when you hit turbulence in a plane. I do not like that.
What's funny is, since you've been flying, the thought of turbulence doesn't bother me as much as it used to, because I understand what it is. Not that I didn't understand what it was before, but yeah, I still don't like it. You're not supposed to hit bumps in the air.
Take a Valium. We don't have any Valium, Harry, or I would. When we get turbulence in a paramotor, it just rocks our wing around. You know, we'll get a little bumps. When it happens to a plane,
like fucking
your stomach goes up in your mouth because it just drops. I don't like that. It's almost like, hey, the wind's not holding our wings up right now, and we just drop out of the sky. I don't like that. I've only been on one flight like that. Did not enjoy it. It didn't last long. I mean, maybe 5 minutes we were in turbulent stuff, but that was enough to make me go, what the hell?
We're only going to have Tuesday, possibly Friday, and Saturday evenings free to do what we want. But we also we're not renting a vehicle there. So
yeah, we would have to take a Uber or a taxi anywhere we wanted to go. I don't know what's around the hotel where we're staying, so we'll have to look either when we get there or before, so we can plan out maybe what we want to go do. We're not going to have a lot of time, like she said, so I don't know what we're going to do. We'll just have to see.
I mean, it's only a 1 hour and 55-minute flight.
I can't believe the lady that works with us said, is he going to be using his paid time off to take? Hell no, it's a company trip. We're going for work. I better get paid, damn it. I do remember that, Scott.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite movies. So, I love all submarine movies. So, Hunt for Red October, U-571, Down Periscope. I like all those submarine movies. I don't know why I like them so much. It's just they're cool. I like watching those.
And yet, you have not ever finished watching Band of Brothers. We haven't even gotten to.
We watched a lot of it, but I forgot most of it at this point.
You basically made it through the episode regarding Bastogne, and then we're gonna have to watch it over again.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have to find the Pacific wasn't as good as Band of Brothers, but that was on the Japanese front instead of.
That's true,
Europe.
Howard. Yes, The Hunt for Red October. I would assume you've seen that movie, Trash Bag, because I said that to Angela, and she was like, I've never seen that movie. I was like, what? How could you have not seen The Hunt for Red October?
I would not recommend you watch Thin Red Line or The Deer Hunter. Those were two of the most boring war movies ever.
Love those.
Hamburger
favorite
Hill
movie.
Was pretty good. Hamburger Hill.
Trash Bag, is it? Do we just think alike? Yeah, Scott, Trash Bag, and myself love those submarine movies. I don't know what it is, but I really like it.
I wouldn't say it lagged. I mean, it kind of wrapped up the end of the story, let you know how everything ended. I mean, it wasn't going to be the Bastogne episode, and it sounds so weird to say that that was my favorite, considering how fucking bad it was. But the Bastogne, that's my favorite one.
I don't think I've seen Gray Lady Down or Run Silent, Run Deep.
I thought it was down Periscope, but
yeah, it is down Periscope.
That is my.
That's just
that is
funny.
the one movie that I could watch over and over again. If I'm ever flipping channels and that shows up, I'm gonna watch it all the way through.
It's funny.
All the Baldwins were complete douchebags, but I still watch their movies. I never watched Inglourious Bastards, but I heard that was a good one.
Clark Gable. Oh, you're talking about a really old movie, Breeze. Okay. Jack the Giant Killer, and really liked it. I don't know. I don't think I've seen that.
What is that one?
Jack the Giant Killer? I don't know.
Jack the Giant Slayer? Oh, that was.
Uh-oh. It says my internet, I'm offline, but now I'm not.
Jack and the Beanstalk gets his revenge. That is not how you spell that, John Q. The flight in. It is amazing how they took, and I can't remember his name right now, that Ross, right? How they made him such a hateable character. I couldn't stand his character in that fucking movie. But what I wish that I had is I had bought my ex-husband the Band of Brothers box set with the director's cut, and that also had all the interviews with the guys in it at the beginning, at the end of each episode. And that was really cool, getting to actually hear from the actual people that they were playing in the movie. It was great. I like Saving Private Ryan too.
Very cool, Howard.
There's a couple episodes I can't watch
though. Samuel Jackson, did he go, what's in your wallet? I'm just... What was this movie when the planet was destroyed by radiation? They're cruising the planet to find a safe spot. Spoiler alert, there wasn't one.
I don't remember that one.
That's I do remember not Independence Day. Was it Armageddon was one, which I've only seen it once or twice. The space movies I like pretty good, like Space Cowboys. I enjoyed watching that one.
See, Stina, I would disagree. One of the worst movies ever. What is it? Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou or something. That movie was fucking awful. And then there was a couple that came out all around that same time period where they were supposed to be comedies. And it's like you and I must have a very different definition of what's supposed to be it was just awkward. They weren't funny. I didn't like them. They were awful. I do like Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is just, I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's a space movie, but that was just literally a parody of Star Wars. I mean, I have seen Spaceballs. It is funny.
CDC. Yeah, I mean, yes, it's very campy, John Q, but it was still a good movie. I still like Lord of the Rings, even though the uncut version with all the love story bullshit I could do without, because that part sucked.
I've seen Forrest Gump a bunch of times.
I do like Forrest Gump. Jenny was a bitch. Yeah. I do like Forrest Gump. There's a lot of stuff
it's
that
not over. It wasn't Armageddon that I'm thinking about. There's another
Armageddon
movie.
is where they send the fucking oil field workers up to drill into the asteroid.
Right.
Yeah.
There's another one similar to that, where the actual asteroid hits the water and causes a giant tsunami. That
Oh yeah, yeah.
Deep
Deep Impact.
Impact.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Trash bag. I think you're right. Deep Impact. That may be
Um,
the one I'm thinking about.
you
That
know,
was cool.
creepy movies. Shit. There was one that was space, and I can't remember the name of it. Where they get on the spaceship, or they find the other spaceship out there, and it's very Hellraiser-ish. But I can't remember the name of it. But it's a scary movie. Basically, the other ship is hell.
Howard, I
That was
have
fucking
not.
cool.
The,
Um,
I just started watching Reacher because I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube of Reacher
Event
kicking butt.
Horizon. Yes, that one is good. Lord of the Rings is
So,
great. I had no intention of watching it, right? Because I'm not into shit like that. I happened to walk into the room right when they introduced Gandalf, and I was like, all right, let me sit here. I'm gonna sit down on the fireplace stoop and just watch the Gandalf part. 3 hours later, I'm still sitting there watching the damn. It was movie. The You Shall Not Pass. That was badass. That was awesome. That was pretty cool. I do like Lord of the Rings.
so
Gandalf
C has
is the
Jason
man.
Momoa in it. I have
I'll
not
watch it.
watched
I
any
like Jason
movies
Momoa.
with Jason Momoa. I know who he is. Well, hello, Boots. She said, meow. Meow. Okay, okay. She's like, pet me now. She looked back at me like, if you do not pet me, I will bite you.
And she will bite you.
These cats are so demanding. You're not a
Uh,
movie buff? I haven't. I watched a lot of the older movies. I haven't watched any of the new ones, really. There's movies that I was like, I didn't even know
I don't
that came
know.
out.
See, Scott, I watched the first Lord of the Rings, and then I went and read all the books. And then
I,
when I got to the part in the books where Aragon releases all of the spirits of the undead to fight for him, then I'm like, okay, now I gotta watch the rest of it because I need to see if they're gonna do it right. Now, I obviously have some critique on how they could have done it better, but I think they honored the books because I don't like watching movies based on books that I've read because they always fuck it up. Um, I was impressed with that, and I'm really glad they
oh,
left all that Tom Bombadil bullshit
Linda,
out of
your
the fucking
cat's gonna
movies
be
because that was lame.
pissed. Hopefully, it had food and water and everything,
Well,
and
I'm sure she can go home and do that. Just because she doesn't have any power doesn't mean she can't
she
go in the
hasn't been at
house.
home. I don't know how she could do that if she wasn't at home.
Well, she
Um,
can swing by there and refill the water and stuff.
I don't know how far away she was from home. Maybe she did. I don't know. Um, yeah, I got Munchkin to watch. Oh, your son fed your kitty? Okay, cool. Long as somebody did. Um, I got Munchkin to watch some movie, which she ended up liking after I got her to finally watch it. Um, I don't think it was one of the John Wicks because she would have watched that anyway. But
Yeah, see, the when they started with the Tom Bombadil, that made me want to stab my eyeballs out. I couldn't read through that part fast enough because that was fucking boring as hell and didn't really have
how you mom and
any
them? What's up,
bearing on
Mick? How you
anything.
doing? You keep going live all the time when I'm at work, man. I can't be watching you while I'm at work. I get in trouble. His whole show says walking with Mick, but I tell you, every time I turn on there, he's sitting still in his chair. He ain't walking anywhere.
He just finished walking. You don't know.
He's like, yeah, I just got done walking. You got mail, Munchkin.
Yeah, I'll look at that in a little bit, CDC. Yeah, I can't think of I hate fucking Tom Cruise. Wait, that didn't sound right. I I have no experience with fucking Tom Cruise, but I don't like him.
I need to
I
adopt you.
never have. I think he's just a weird little guy, even before he was known as the weird little Scientologist dude. I've always thought he was just weird. And if you look at him next time you see him, you'll notice that his front tooth does not line up, like the space between his two front teeth does not line up with this part of your lip. It's bizarre. But I don't like him. I don't like watching movies. But I do like the Top Gun movies. Somehow he fits those roles very well. But I'm not a fan of Tom Cruise. I think he's a douche.
Well, it's because he's a pilot, so it seems more believable because he actually does fly planes. So
It,
I think.
I don't know. Like, where he tries to be intimidating in other movies, I don't buy it. I just don't. What is the movie where he's supposed to be like the seriously scary dude? Like, I don't
Tom
get the same
Cruise?
vibe. Yeah, when you watch the clips of guys being badasses, where they show what's the black dude is it the Enforcer?
Well, the Enforcer, yeah, there's the Enforcer 2.
So that guy, all right. So when you watch clips of him, or you watch clips from John Wick of like the fight scenes,
Right.
and then you see something with Tom Cruise that just kills the whole vibe. Because dude, you're not fucking scary. Like,
Yeah.
you can't handle the truth. Exactly. All
That
right,
sucks
John
about
Q.
Val
That's
Kilmer.
funny.
Val
But
Kilmer.
I want you to look at his face next time you see him, and his
Oh my
teeth are
God,
not lined up
cats.
right.
Hold on. I got the cats. I don't know what they want, but they want something.
They get very demanding. You're 4 hours from. Oh wow. Okay, that's quite a while. Whose birthday is it? That's did I think I missed a birthday when I was underneath my desk trying. My mouse wouldn't work for some stupid fucking reason. So I had to crawl under my desk to unplug the mouse and plug it back in. But then I couldn't remember where I unplugged it from, and I can't fucking see cuz I'm blind. So I had to that wasn't fun. Yes, it is actually Central King Cobra, and I can't unsee that shit now. Um, I don't, but I'm not a Tom Cruise fan. But what's his face in the Enforcer movies? Those are pretty good. I like this. It's not that he's got a crooked smile. His smile is fine. It's just his teeth are not where they're supposed to be. Um, there's something I just don't like him. And there's another guy that I don't like either. His name is Jerry something, but he is he shows up in TV shows every once in a while, and he's supposed to be a heartthrob, and to me he's not. He just looks so he is the guy I'm talking about is Sheldon's older brother in Big Bang Theory. But he's also been in other TV shows and TV series. And everyone thinks he's good looking. And to me, he always just looks like dirty and greasy. I don't like the dude from The Walking Dead, too. Um, that everybody thinks he's a heart throb. I just want to hold him down and give him a bath
Bye, Linda.
because he looks fucking filthy. Um, yeah, there's a lot of I still can't believe there's women out there that think Mick Jagger is attractive. Bitch, have you bumped your fucking head? Have you seen him? Yeah, I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is good looking either. I don't.
Well, there's a lot of them. You know they're making a Constantine 2.
I have not seen any proof of that.
Wait, you haven't seen Constantine?
What? I didn't say that.
Oh,
I've seen Constantine. I said I have not seen any proof of that.
yeah, they're
No, nobody thinks Gary Busey is a heartthrob. Daryl does need to wash his greasy hair and everything else because he's just nasty.
yeah, there's going to be a Constantine 2. I just don't know when it's coming out. It could
What's
be
crazy, John Q, is
late this
Daryl
year.
didn't need to do a goddamn thing to appear like he was living in the apocalypse. He looks exactly the same from Walking Dead as he does when he goes on the red carpet or out in public. He's just dirt. Yes, Jerry O'Connell. Yuck. I don't like him. You know who he reminds me of, and I know this person is not watching the show, but Jerry O'Connell reminds me of the dude that did a show recently, like in the past 48 hours, where he just thinks he's the coolest motherfucker and he's the biggest dork I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
Mhm.
Constantine. I did like Constantine, John Q. That was a good movie.
Constantine was good. I like anything with Keanu Reeves is my hall pass. I'm just gonna tell you right now, babe. You get to pick one too. But yeah,
nice weed field.
I love me some Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I'm being hopeful, Wally, that's what kind of weather I'll have here shortly, but who knows?
All I can think of when I look at that picture behind him is pollen.
It
Lots
does.
and lots of pollen.
That's the first thing I thought of was the pollen. I saw that yellow, I was like, "Ooh, look at all that pollen." That's a good picture. I'm going to use that one.
I used to have a picture of Keanu Reeves and a towel as my desktop wallpaper on my computer 20 years ago. You know, I thought he was a cutie pie too, even though he's a little weirdo. He's got issues.
I mean,
I think he is actually just crazier than.
I like the Matrix movies, but I like John Wick movies way more.
I like the first Matrix movie.
Yeah. Well,
and I voiced my opinion on Carrie.
I think the first Matrix movie didn't have enough action in it. It had action, don't get me wrong, but the second one, the Reloaded one, that one was better, where he does the big fight in the on the tennis court, or basketball court.
They always gotta ruin shit by doing the love story bullshit. Nobody that watched The Matrix gave two fucks about the love story between him and Trinity. And why would you pick a chick that looks like a big old butch lesbian to be his love interest? You can't go from Sandra Bullock love interest to her. She is a genuinely unattractive woman. And it pisses me off. They did him wrong. Pick somebody better looking.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves cut his pay so that the other people that was working on the movie could still get paid. Because they're about to cancel it. And he was like, I'll cut my pay everybody else. Yeah.
I mean, CDC, I don't give a shit. Ellen Elliott doesn't make a fucking difference to me. I don't care. Whatever they want to do.
Keanu Reeves versus Jason Statham. Morgan Freeman.
Howard, I'd watch.
You know,
I don't know who would win, but I'd watch.
I guess out of all the Morgan Freeman movies, the one that really stood out to me was Shawshank Redemption. That was good.
You know that was written by Stephen King, right?
Well, I don't doubt it. You know, I liked another movie, which
not lots of people know that it was based off something he wrote.
I guess because Sean Connery was in it. I like The Rock. The Rock.
The only soaps I watched were Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful, and it's because I was forced to. Trinity is fugly, John Q.
Trinity had nice jugs.
No, she didn't. She was shaped like a 10-year-old boy. No.
I really look forward. I wish I was going to Bad Apples because I wish I could try out that 206.
I told Will you could go if you could drive to his place and y'all go together, you could go. Don't look at me like her.
Well, I mean, there's a problem with Bad Apples cost what, $70 per person. Yeah. Plus you got to pay.
That's if you were flying, you wouldn't be flying, so. I couldn't watch The Green Mile. I read the book and I knew that the movie would make me
Why the
cry.
hell would I go there? Oh, you wouldn't want me flying down there, I guess.
You
Yeah.
have already said you don't want to fly.
Yeah. It probably wouldn't be the safest place to fly, that's for sure.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's a fucking weirdo.
You know, I never
Or wait,
watched
no,
Green
not
Mile.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. It is Steven Seagal is the fucking weirdo. He's a fucking weirdo. The Green Mile was based on a short story by Stephen King, and it was sad enough with Mr. Jingles. Um, it was sad enough reading it, and then when they picked Big Man, to play that character, Mr. Jingles was a mouse, so they didn't pick a large black guy to play a mouse, but
Nobody
the other
called you.
guy, I couldn't watch it because I would be a fucking mess. Um, couldn't watch it. Read the book, that was enough. I'm good.
As a gift. Well, that's a weird gift to give somebody.
Well, I mean, I would imagine the trafficked part of
Gone in
that would
60
be the problem.
seconds. Yeah. Seen that one
You
quite a few
know who
times.
you don't see in enough movies is Vin Diesel. I remember seeing him in that movie Pitch Black,
Yeah.
and he's a good looking man.
Did you
Um,
see what Triple X? Wasn't he? He was in Triple X, right? Yeah, that
well, he
was.
was also in all of the Fast and the Furious, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
well, I know
Yeah, he was
that.
in all of
That one
those.
was obvious.
Now, the first time I ever saw him was in that movie Pitch Black, which was actually a pretty good movie.
I'm
He's a good
just
looking fella.
it got to the point where I'm like, you know what? We watch, or not Munchkin really, me. I watch YouTube all day, every day. And usually I'll just watch stuff that's new that comes up about paramotoring or stuff. But now I'm just starting to watch this random stuff like, hey, watch these Indian guys make a new brake
A
cylinder out
solar
of
cooker. See,
spare
John
parts.
Q, I have never I can't do it. I used to be an avid reader. Like I could burn through a book in less than 48 hours easy. I would spend a lot of money on books. Up until about 6 years ago, I had read every single book that Stephen King had published except for a few that were nonfiction. One of them is My Pretty Pony. Um,
Fairy tale.
and I I I think Pet Cemetery was
That's one of the only
probably
books I've ever
yeah,
read is that
Pet
one.
Cemetery was probably the only one that I thought they did a good job with where they didn't deviate from the script at all.
Yeah.
Um all the other ones I can't watch them like the Langoliers. That fucking miniseries was a joke compared to the book. It was stupid. Um I can't do it. I can't do it. And then like if y'all ever seen the movie The Relic, that was based off a series of books written by Lincoln Child and Douglas Preston where the main character his name is Aloysius Pendergast. They left him out of the movie entirely. He's the main fucking character. And well, trash bag, you go look up Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child and look, I think the first book is called Cabinet of Curiosities. They can all be read independent of each other, but if you start at the beginning, then you'll kind of already know who everybody is as the story progresses. Um, they are very cool. Um, they're neat. I like them. I actually have one or two unread still on my Kindle. Um,
Oh, I didn't tell y'all.
Yes,
Uh,
Richard Bachman. His son also writes, and he's not a bad writer either.
The mounts for the Kanguk Basic trike. You know, I ordered the new mounts, and the new mounts are steel, right? But I didn't. I did try them out. Um, the weird thing is they fit, even though they're square, they fit around the round tube of my frame. they almost fit too good because I literally have to the old ones I was able to loosen them and tilt them up and slide the paramotor on and then just tighten them down. With these, I literally have to take them all the way off, put the paramotor on the frame, then put them on top. And
because
after I
they
screw it
wrap
tight,
around the frame.
well, after I screw it tight, I literally have to pry them to get, even after I take the screws, I have to pry them off. That's how tight
Yeah.
it fits now, which is
See,
a good thing. I mean,
that makes me feel better.
it's
Because
not
that
going
setup you had
anywhere.
before with the fucking, they're all cockeyed on top of the frame.
Yeah, no.
And that was not.
Now
Yeah.
they fit on there. Actually, I took pictures. They fit on there way better than they did before.
You know what? And I don't know if it was ever released, right? Um, the Dark Tower series. I've heard rumors and plans of them doing the Dark Tower series, which happens to be the book he was reading when he got run over. Um, I started reading that series when I was either in like 5th grade or maybe 6th, and did not finish until I was a grown ass adult. When I read that book, the last book in that series, and I'm not going to tell y'all how it ends. All I can tell you is that when I got to the ending of that book, after like an 18-year time span, I chucked that bitch across the room. I was mad, but I was impressed at the same fucking time because that is not how you read that book.
This may not show up good on there. I should just left my background on. Let's go back to the background. There we go. Let's go to the build. Wait, I got to turn on the build camera. Why does it make you run the app just to turn the camera on? That's stupid,
I don't
but
know.
whatever.
While you're doing that, I have to go potty.
There we go. You can kind of see it. Let me see. It's too bright, man. Why can't I adjust the brightness on something? Let me see. Is there a way to turn the brightness down on my phone? Save as video, adjust location. That doesn't let me turn the brightness down. So on the camera, I can probably do it though. Let's see. Where's the settings of the camera? There it is. Camera. That's not going to do anything. Sound settings. That's not going to do anything. Why can't I adjust the camera, man? I swear, man. Exposure? I can change that. How about that? That might work. Let's go the other way. It still looks bright as hell. You cannot see this.
Meow.
How can I do this? I need to turn the brightness down on something. Oh, wait, adjust. Finally.
Boots is waiting for you in your
Brilliance, chair. Highlights, shadows, contrast.
They did that already, John Q? I thought they were going to do it with a black dude as Roland.
Okay, there we go.
Maybe they're doing it again. I don't know.
So you can kind of see them here. This is the mount over the round piece. It is on there tight. So now you can see the screws here and here. Even though it looks better to me, for y'all it's kind of washed out, but that's as good as I can get it. But that square goes all the way around the round piece now, and it's so tight it's taking the paint off, which you can't tell really, but there's paint missing right here. I tried turning the brightness down, the contrast, I can try and change it some, make it darker. It just doesn't really do it justice. Why is the brightness? I mean, I have the brightness down negative 99%, and it's still bright. Go figure, man. But yeah, the mounts work great. I told Bryant, I was like, hey, man, they work great. I appreciate it. So can't wait to fly it soon, hopefully.
Okay, that's not a bad choice, Junkie. What the hell have I been seeing lately that they've been talking about?
I don't
Maybe
know.
they're talking about doing a TV series or something. Idris Elba's a good thing for Roland. I never really had a picture in my
Uh-oh.
head for him.
Oh, there you
What?
go.
How? Okay, so you watched it. What did they do with Oi? What was Oi? How did they handle Oi? And they better not have left him out because he was one of the main reasons that I kept reading that fucking book.
For $100, I assume you mean CRV, a Honda CRV? Wait, 18,000 miles? Seriously, Harry? Or is it 186,000? Because for 18,000 miles, man, the thing hadn't even been broke in good. Oh, it's a HRV. What the hell is a HRV? I know what a Honda CRV is, but 18,000. No crap. You know, I like Honda motors. They're really easy to work on. Like I said, my neighbor threw away his mower, which had a Honda motor on it, and I was like, yeah, that ain't happening. So it was wheeled to you. Nice. Okay, good. So I took that motor, tore it apart, basically just lubed it down, which freed up the piston, put it back together. I still use that lawnmower to this day. So heck yeah, I like Honda motors.
So, John Q, what did they do with Oi? What did he look like? That's what they always do, John Q. They
Yeah, they
always
try to
leave the
jam
good
it
shit
all
out.
together and make
But I
one
mean,
movie out of it.
they'd have to make it, and there's no way to make a one movie out of a book that spanned what 18 fucking years. There's no way.
Wow. Now I got to look up what Harry's talking about. Oh, I'll be damned. Subcompact crossover SUV. That looks cool as hell. It looks like a mini Pilot, Honda Pilot. I mean, kinda. But I like it. With that low mileage on there, man, that's a win right there. Because mine is the one I got's white, obviously, but that looks cool. Yeah, what was the film, Munchkin? I don't know.
Oi, okay, John Q. Oi was Roland's sidekick, and he was a critter called a Billy Bumbler. In what film? And it's OY, not OI. Oi. Oi was his little animal sidekick that did shit for him.
Hell, my Honda Pilot is a 2010. So I got the older version of a Honda. So, I mean, that's got less room in it, but it would definitely get better gas mileage. 1.8 liters, 4-cylinder engine. Yeah, definitely better gas because I got a big old V8 in my. Is V8 or V6? Hell, I don't even know. No. I took it apart and I still don't remember what engine's in that thing. Maybe it's a V6. Feels like a V8. Whatever came standard in the Honda 2010 Pilot. V6? Okay, thanks,
we need
Osmond.
to do our
I can't remember.
I
I just know I had
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Take it apart.
It wasn't
Uh-oh.
18 years from start to finish. It was 22 years from start to finish for that series.
Yeah, how are you supposed to take 22 years and cram it into one movie? That just doesn't work.
So they didn't even put Oi in the movie. Oi was a central character. Oi was Roland's ride or die critter friend that helped him throughout all of the books. He was like his sixth sense. How do you not include Oi in the movie? See, that's why I don't watch movies that they fucking do with that shit.
So, have you got to fly this year yet, Trash Bag? Just wondering. Because I've gotten my one flight so far this year, and that's because I was at Fly for Gauge, and that was, you know, the very next one I went to do. I blew up my prop, so I couldn't fly anymore. It's fixed now, but I haven't got to go again since, and I'm not trying to rush anything, so it'll happen when it happens. We've had bad weather, and we're just going to continue to have bad weather, it looks like, for a while, so it is what it is. Wally ate full books.
We got to do our taxes.
Yeah, we do need to do that this week. You said that last week, and you never mentioned like doing
Yeah,
it.
that's
So I was
because
like,
every time I turned around, you were sitting on your ass in front of the TV. Mine are done.
I'll get up.
I need you to go do yours to see if you can itemize and claim the interest and taxes.
Oh, well, we'll
Because
have to
I was
sit
going to
down
let you
together and
do
do
that
that because
if it
uh, yeah.
I have the documentation. We're not going to sit down together in your office unless it's clean. I'm not climbing amongst the piles
It's pretty clean
to
in
sit
here.
down next to you.
There's plenty of room for a chair right next to me, besides
But
my
I have
shoes
to
that I just put
download
there.
the document from Mr. Cooper. You found, you said you do have access to your health insurance document. Those are the only two things
I
that you
gave
need
it to you
to do your taxes. I've got your W-2 in
on
here.
purpose. I gave you the
You did
health
not give
document.
it to me because we don't have a printer. There is no way you could give it to
I
me
emailed it to
because you
you or
have to go
something.
to the website and download it.
I did, but I'm sure that I emailed it to you
No,
so that you
you were
would have it.
supposed to have saved it to your desktop. Why would you send it to me? I'm not doing your taxes. You are.
I saved it to my desktop. Oh boy. Um,
Well, we're not married, so he's filing single. So I don't know if the mortgage interest and taxes are going to be over the normal deduction. Most likely not, but before we hit submit, I want to make sure. I
I
cannot
don't
claim
know
him as a
where it is
dependent
if I
on
put
here.
it on my desktop.
Well, you can go download it again. That's fine. Or no, you emailed it to yourself.
Maybe I did. Cause I don't see it. I know cause that was hard to find that son of a gun. So I want to be able to find it again. Apparently, yeah. I mean, the whole married thing, so we can get better taxing would be nice. I still need to edit my flight log for the flight that I did get when I was in Florida, so I don't have that in there yet, but I'll find it. I'm not too worried about it right now. I know I got it. I just don't know where I put it. Figures. That's what happens. Check my email sent box. It's not a bad idea actually. Let's check what I sent. Pin, mounts, trike issue. I don't see anything. I mean, it does it by date, right?
If you didn't have 9,000 fucking things on your desktop, you'd be able to find it.
Well, all I
Or,
see is
you could have a folder like I do called important shit on your desktop and save all your important shit to said folder. That way you would know where it's at.
I don't know what this is. It's a movie. And it's called Rocket. It said it came from Rocket. I don't know what that is. Mount
I don't know.
Breaks. Office Next Door. That was a while back, so that's not it. It's gonna be from my phone, I bet, because yeah, there's nothing in this is back in 2024. It should have been in my sent email, and I don't see it. Let me try this.
Mm.
1095, 1095A, right?
Yes, I think
Well,
so.
this is where it talks about it, but it doesn't. That's not the form.
Well, it's all right. You can download it tomorrow. You don't need to do it today.
Yeah.
I I'm not getting very much back for state, but I am getting something back for federal, so that's cool. Right, King Cobra. So I do too. I even have one. Of course, the one at work is called Important Stuff, and then I have this book, that is very important to me.
I was pretty sure I sent you that file, man, because
You
you
did
asked me
not.
for it, and I was like,
I
there, now you have it. You remember me saying that?
No, because why would you send it
Oh,
to me?
I,
I'm not the one
I
doing
think I
your
see it
taxes. So
because it was done on the 13th of March this year. What? That's a DLL file. That's not it. Urgh. This is stupid, man. Go back. Yeah, I can't even go back. It won't let me. I'll do a search again.
yeah, the last thing that I received from you, dear, was our boarding pass from March of 2024. So
But
you
I
didn't send it to
so
me.
sent it to you. I'm almost sure of it.
No, you so did not. Because I would have told you no because I'm not the one doing your taxes. You are. So emailing it to me would have done no good.
I'll let it pop up again. It literally said 1095 and I clicked on it and was some DLL files, which is not the actual file. It's always your birthday, John Q.
No.
Good ghost story book or series. Well, obviously that ghost show is not going to be what you're looking for because that's not really a.
No, because that's a comedy.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
comedy thing. So if you're looking for real ghost stories, look at Chills on YouTube if you want to hear somebody that
no.
don't know how to talk.
Oh,
What?
do not recommend Chills to him.
Was it
So, Will,
CHILLZ?
I'm a fan of a dude named.
How you doing? I don't
He's
know.
annoying.
Yeah, his voice will drive you up the wall. He's got the weirdest.
So I'm very particular about like narrated stuff. Chills is annoying as fuck. But it's a guy on YouTube named Creeps McPasta who has an accent. I believe it's British, um, but it's not one of the annoying ones. And he does short ghost stories. So when I work late, when everybody goes home, that's what I put on in the background, and I freak myself out while I'm working, listening to ghost stories. Some are better than others, but they're pretty good. So it's Creeps McPasta on YouTube.
Fall of the
Or
House
if you
of
would prefer to
Usher.
read them on Reddit, they have the Reddit. Hey, I did that when I was in middle school. I was the what the narrator. I stood in a black
Hey, I
cloak
won
with a
money. I
flashlight
won
shining up on my
money.
face while I
Okay.
read stuff.
Now, how do I find the actual
Um,
file? Here's one from February 23rd, 2025. That's got to be it. I'm going to click on it and hope that it's the right one. It says, how do I want to open the PDF? Oh my God, are you serious? Use Google Chrome, I guess.
you don't have Adobe on your computer?
No, apparently not. So this, I believe, there it is, 1095A. That's for 2023. That's not going to work.
Yeah, so that's not it. Look, we can go on the website and download it again tomorrow. Jesus Christ.
Do you know how hard it was for me to find that son of a gun last time?
Can't you go to the search menu on your computer and just put in 1095 and hit search and pull up anything on your computer named
That's
1095?
what I did, and this
Oh.
is all I'm finding. Did I do it on the laptop or something?
No.
That's what don't make sense to me,
It
man. The
took you
newest
less
one.
time the first time we did it than it is now. I don't understand why it's so hard for you to adult.
There's a lot of stuff that comes up under 1095. I'm just saying. Oh my God. All right. I give up. I'm not.
Last time you looked, you found it in your email. Remember you had to go to the Virginia health insurance
Yeah, I do
thing
remember
instead of,
that.
yeah.
Which is
It,
why I did it that way. Um,
so a
um,
good ghost movie, Will, is The Woman in Black. That actually was a good ghost story. It wasn't. I'm not a fan of like the slasher flicks. I like ghost stories. So The Others was a good ghost story, and Woman in Black was a good ghost story.
okay, how do I find? I found the website, but now how do I find the my inbox? 1095. There it is. Let me see if I can save this son of a gun. Let me see what it says. Yeah, for 2024. That's right. Oh, that's why it didn't freaking. I'll save it to my desktop.
John
There it
Q,
is.
I'm thinking about just going applying for the license when we come back and just making an appointment with the justice of
All
the
right, I
peace and getting it
now
over with
have it. Thank goodness.
so I can torture him legally.
I don't know where I put it before, which doesn't make sense because I literally did this before and it just disappeared. I don't know if I put it in my documents or what, but why it's putting PDF files with a C around it, I have no idea.
I don't know how you could lose it. You're you're the absolute most organized person I've ever met in my entire life. I don't know how you would
Right?
not be
I
able to find
know.
it.
I'm just so good at stuff like that. Uh-oh, I messed up. All right, there we go. Anyways.
Amazingly enough, no, John Q. He's done them a couple years in a row. And that's another reason I want to get married is so I don't have to deal with this. Just give me your shit and I will do it because I can have them done and filed in 20 minutes.
Hey, man,
We don't itemize. It's not that difficult. What?
right?
Look,
It is.
I did my own taxes when I did itemize and still had it done faster than that.
A day or so ahead of time? Well, Ozman, I think the best time to find us would be Tuesday evening, maybe. Just giving you a heads up ahead of time. But
Yeah, Tuesday, Friday, or Saturday evening.
there you go.
Because Wednesday and Thursday we're going to be doing event
Yeah, what's
stuff.
good for you, Ozman? Tuesday, Friday, or Saturday? Tuesday's when we first get there, and we can't check in till like 4 p.m. So it's going to be after that, so we can at least put our bags up in the hotel. Then we can get Ozman, be like, hey, man, take us around town. Show us what's going on.
And here's something that's going to be very difficult for you to do. Okay. I know how you are.
Yeah.
We're not going to have a vehicle. We are not packing up everything we own and taking it with us when we leave the hotel. The maids are not going to fucking rob you. Okay. You're just going to leave it in the hotel. You're going to leave it there.
Yeah, I got you. Right, John Q? There's got to be some perks to it, right?
I can do it so much faster.
Yeah. Now it says we're offline again.
Yeah, we froze for a minute.
And now we're back again. Okay.
I mean, if you owe,
I hope that I did my
file early. I mean,
forms and everything correctly where I won't owe money this year, because last year I owed money, which doesn't make any sense, but I did.
You will.
And I end up having to pay the IRS.
It does make sense because you have.
They're still taking money from me.
Because you have underestimated your income. And what that means is you get a bigger subsidy for your health insurance. So when you file your taxes and they go, oh, you made 10 grand more than you told us you did. So then your subsidy gets lowered. You have to pay that back. So it makes perfect sense as to why you owe, which is why I've told you the last 2 years in a row, you need to report your income accurately or you're going to keep owing.
Okay,
and you're like, no,
sounds good to me.
I would rather pay at the end than
I would
you get less money every week.
Otherwise, my insurance is really expensive per month. So I was trying to keep that down.
Yeah, your insurance is not more expensive than my insurance.
No, probably not. Oh, it's on Netflix. There you go. Will found it already.
King Cobra, you know, the older I get, the more I think we're all somewhere on that spectrum.
CDC.
You know, hey, he can handle his taxes on his own and let the IRS come after him if that's what he wants to do. Other than that, I'll talk to him how I want till he gets his shit straight.
Hey, you know,
if he's not gonna adult on his own and I have to adult for the both of us, this is what he's gonna have to deal with. I
wouldn't mind just doing away with the insurance, but the problem is, since I'm on blood pressure medicine, I kind of gotta have the insurance. Otherwise, but I don't use my insurance to get my medicine because it's cheaper without the insurance, which doesn't make any sense. When they use my insurance, it costs me more money for my medicine.
But your doctor's appointments.
The doctor is where, and I only go to my doctor like once a year.
I don't go to the doctor at all, but I did pay $10 for my eye appointment today.
But see, that's the only way I can get refills. I have to go to the damn doctor. Last time she was like, well, I don't want to give you refills until you have a colonoscopy done. Seriously? So I got that done. So now she's got no excuse. Give me my refills. She did not
refuse to give you a blood pressure medication refill until you got a colonoscopy. Well,
they start throwing stuff at me. Oh, you need to do this, and you need to have a chest X-ray.
You about the colonoscopy.
I was like, I don't need no chest X-ray. I'm fine. The colonoscopy, I agreed. I was like, okay, let's check because I need to make sure I don't have colon cancer or anything like that. I don't want to find out about cancer way late in the party, you know. And then you got to do that every 5 years.
Cancer is
so
treatable.
2024, so I got what, till 2029 to worry about that. I'm good. And it didn't cost me anything, which I thought was a big bonus. My insurance actually came through on that one. The colonoscopy cost me $0. But I think it's because it was the first one. They'll probably make me pay next time. Watch. All right, it's time to get off here. I'm gonna make
So I
Munchkin
spent $300 at Sam's. You're gonna make me do what?
watch a show with me, which I've already seen, but I want her to see it. See if she likes it. If she likes
No,
it,
we're not watching a movie or a show at 10 o'clock at night. I
It's-
haven't. No,
it's only
No,
it doesn't. It's
I'm
not
not-
even a full hour long.
I'm not doing that tonight.
See, every time
We
I
can
try to get
save
her to
that
watch
for
something,
tomorrow.
no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing.
That's because I do not have the bandwidth to make a commitment for an hour
Creep.
to any one thing.
No.
I have made commitments to other things all day long. No.
Chills. Chills is the one. I want you to
No,
hear his
no.
voice.
Will do not. Okay, go check out Chills just for you to come back and tell.
CHILLZ. I'm pretty
Scuba,
sure.
You hate him.
Let me make sure that's right. His voice, I don't know how you can not pronounce that right. Why is there so many other chills coming up? That's not the right one.
Because everybody's trying to be just like Chills. They want to talk just like Chills. And
It's
he
not.
tells the whole story like this. And it's so fucking annoying. Every single sentence ends like this. It is
I can't find his
awful.
videos.
Good. Maybe he imploded.
Oh, there it is. It's
Don't
just
do it, Will.
CHILLS, actually. How do I get his link? There it is. I'll just copy that link. There's his link straight to his channel. His voice will drive you insane.
It will.
Yeah.
But Creeps McPasta is good, Will. He's got a nice
And runt. I like it, Wally.
he's got I wouldn't say it's a soothing voice, but he's got a good storytelling voice. Like there's one guy that I was listening to that cannot pronounce anything correctly to save his life, and it drives me crazy because how you gonna narrate a story when you can't read? That bugs me. I don't like it. So I stick with the Creeps McPasta.
All right. I hope y'all have a great weekend. We will be in Nashville next week, like I said. So maybe we can do a show. Maybe we can't. If we can't, that means I tried and I couldn't. But either way, we'll try to update
They
y'all.
better have good enough signal at that. What
I
are
mean,
you
we should
talking
have.
about, John
I would say we'd
Q?
have free Wi-Fi. It may be crap Wi-Fi at the hotel. But,
Everybody loves Chills and his voice.
oh my gosh, his voice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You can't listen to an hour-long story with that kind of voice. What's wrong with you? And I'm not exaggerating, y'all. Go
She is
check
not
it out.
exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating at all.
I don't know what time is it. Oh my gosh. Anyways, all right, y'all have a great weekend. We'll catch y'all next week, hopefully.
Good
Peace
night.
out, everybody.